Hi, my name is VX. Welcome back. Today I want to have a little bit of a more interesting episode for Synth Kitchen, I believe episode 6. And I have recorded vocals that I have, they've been sitting around in a random project for quite a long time. I think this is from 2024, maybe early 2025. But nonetheless, I have vocals that I want to play around with and sample or resample and make something kind of unique out of it. So I have, I guess, a little bit of a head start, more than other projects or other Synth Kitchen episodes that I've made previously. But I think this is going to come out pretty interesting. So, without further ado, let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Alright. So let's take a listen to the vocals, actually. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside, and there's nowhere left to hide. Okay, so we have a pretty cool start there. Let's take a sampler. You know what? Let's just bake. I don't know if I should bake it in. No, we're not going to bake it in yet. Baking it in means just like, well, I don't know if it's an industry-wide term in terms of music, but I don't want to commit it to audio yet because I might want to change the effects once I'm done sampling it. So, let's take it into sampler or simpler. That's not where it would be. Sampler. Let's go here. Now, we can play this like an instrument. Let's turn this on. Alright. Of course. I'm an idiot. Alright. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's see. I might struggle with this because I don't sample very often. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. You know what, let's try a simpler instead. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. I want to see this part. And there's nowhere left to hide. You know what? I am going to play this out. Let's open this. Is this a C3? Yeah, it's C3. Let's make that a 16. How long is this? 8 bars. Alright, so we're going to turn this to 8 bars. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside, and oops. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside, and there's nowhere left to hide. Slice to a drum rack. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. Alright, well that's not gonna work. You can see my inexperience with this. So you have to figure out the... There we go. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. We'll make this really simple. I don't need this many slices. Cause I'm ugly on the inside, and there's nowhere left to hide. And there's nowhere left to hide. There we go. So, hide. To hide. To hide. To hide. Okay, so now we have our interesting little... Actually, let's get rid of that. Okay. Nope, let's make that 8. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left to hide. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. Wait. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. Wait a minute, this is supposed to be... And there's 'cause I'm ugly on the inside. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left to hide. To hide. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left. Wait a minute. Why am I tripping? 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left. And there's nowhere left to hide. And there's nowhere left. There we go, okay. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left to hide. Okay, so just a simple micro adjustment. Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left to hide. Okay, that's decent enough for now. Okay. And there's nowhere left to hide. To hide. Nope, let's play from here. And there's nowhere left to hide. To hide. To hide. And there's nowhere left to hide. To hide. And there's nowhere left to hide. To hide. To hide. To hide. 'Cause I'm... Okay. And there's nowhere left to hide. To hide. To hide. To hide. Actually, this is where you loop it. And there's nowhere left to hide, to hide, to hide, to hide. And there's nowhere left to hide, to hide, to hide, to hide. Okay. And there's no... Wait. And there's no... Okay, so we're gonna take this. Come on. There we go. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside. And there's nowhere left to hide, to hide, to hide, to hide. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Is that worth? No. Okay, so now let's press J on that. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have previously. Okay, so I just wanted you to hear and see the gross, disgusting process of what it's like to be some sort of musician at some sort of level. And I wanted you to see exactly what kind of almost bad, I mean, to me it sounds bad, but an almost bad sounding process in which it's like I'm painstakingly editing small things and notes and chopping things up and or not resampling, but sampling and slicing and editing and all these sorts of things. It's so monotonous sometimes, but if you enjoy what you do, which I do, I find it really fun to see it actually happen. It's like, bro, just shut up and play the full song, or just let it play out, or stop, cutting it short and just let it play. But it's not as simple as letting you hear the full process or the full track. There's such a painstaking process when it comes to making music, and you're seeing probably one of the worst parts of it, which is sketching out an idea. Because if you hear this, well, let's just take a listen to it and see what you think. 'Cause I'm ugly on the inside, and there's nowhere left to hide, 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 to hide. You might hear something that's really boring, and to me, if this was just what I had and nothing else to add, of course it would be a pretty crappy sound, whatever. It's not interesting to listen to, other than, the effects that I put in there, which is pretty sweet. But what I hear and what you hear are totally different things. You're hearing something really boring and repetitive. What I'm hearing is the vocals being on top of a sick build-up, something that's really going to get your blood flowing, your energy pumping, something that's exciting. And if you don't hear that, that's fine, but I think this is a track that I'm going to eventually flush out and develop into a full track to put on my second album, or I might drop an EP on my birthday or something. I don't think an album is feasible right now because I have a lot of stuff going on and renovations of the house and stuff like that, but I'm going to be putting out something interesting starting, I don't know, it's going to be this month, pretty soon. But I would like to start getting back into making music. I took a long time off, but this has kind of ignited a fire within me. This simple and painstaking process of slicing and editing and compiling into this little thing that you hear. So, you hear something boring, I hear a full track, I hear something really, really cool. So, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. and go apply this. Go try sampling your own stuff, resampling your own stuff, and making something new of it. So, that's all for now, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.